And just in case you were wondering how much of an icon I am, I went to school with no makeup today. This big ass pimple that I literally popped in French, another big ass pimple behind my chin right there, a Commerce Bank sweatshirt that is literally business that is no longer a business, that has a coffee stain on it somewhere around right there that's so faded from the amount of times that I fucking wear it, and this big ass hole that's in the pocket. Also, wore moccasins. An icon, truly. He moved away. God bless America. So last night I was just sitting in my room, like working on homework. I don't have anxiety. I can't claim to have anxiety. Like like it's just not something I have. Like I'm pretty good mentally in terms of things like that. Every now and then, every few months, I just have all this like built up anxiety that just hits me at once. Fucking world tumbling down, like just complete shit. It sucks. It sucks a lot. I tend to start thinking about everything. The sky is blue. Fucking I'm gay. There's the stuff that people don't know about, and the things that really get me the most anxious. Before I get nowhere in an intro, hi. Thanks for coming back. I know that this isn't a makeup tutorial, and that's probably what you were expecting, but I don't want a channel that's just makeup. I want a channel that's me. Seeing responses that I make people happy, and laugh, and somebody just asking me when my next one's going up because they think I'm funny, like, that's just a good feeling. Funny isn't all I am. Makeup isn't all I am. There's a side to me that the majority of people don't see. This is self-centered. I have a reputation for being a bitch. It's not a reputation I pride myself with. It affects me negatively more than it does positively. I won't say that I've never said anything bad about somebody. Like, I'm a fucking human being. Like, people do shit that they know is wrong. Fucking look at yourself in the mirror and say that you've never said something bad about someone. You know that you'd be lying. My anxiety was bad last night because I was thinking about the shit that I messed up about in the past, and I want to talk about it. There's dirt on me, there's tea and shade on me, and it's like, I know it. I know there's things I've posted I shouldn't have. I know there's things I've done that I shouldn't have. I know there's things I've said that I shouldn't have. I'm a human being, and I'm not gonna let that dictate my life. A big part of growing as a person is using those mistakes to your advantage. I'm gonna get into it now. I guess this is like a little story time. This started back in 7th grade. I'm a junior now. It was 4 years ago, was where it all started. In 7th grade, I was not content with myself or essentially any aspect of my life. Fell off the fucking wagon. Emotionally, I was unattached in a bad way. There was a lot of shit going on in school that I brought into my home life that didn't need to be brought home. And there were issues that were rooted with myself that I tended to blame the people around me for, and it wasn't their fault. Did they have an influence? Yes. So 8th grade comes, and there was this girl. For the sake of the story, let's just call this bitch Sabrina. My friends and I had this DM group. It was like an Instagram DM group, and it started in 7th grade. And I'm using the term friends loosely because, like, that's not what it was. We were all kind of nasty to each other. I mean, when you go back and read them, fought all the time. It was fucked. This girl, Sabrina, was different, and her and I had different connection than the other people did. She was my best friend. I fucked that up. I can't say I regret it. So, I lied. I lied about a lot of shit. They weren't small things. They're things that could have gotten people potentially in trouble. I wasn't thinking when I said. The friends that I had were all very, like I said, mean. There's exceptions to that, obviously, but overall, the group was not a healthy group to be in. We all would put each other down constantly. My excuse was to literally make my life seem like such a living hell that none of them would say anything mean to me. It worked. It worked really well. So me and this girl, Sabrina, go on a trip to the beach with 2 other friends. She started opening up to me about her life. And to be honest, I didn't trust her at the time because I knew she was a part of that group and I was part of it too. I just thought that she wasn't any different than the rest of them at this point in time. I lied to her just as much as anyone. It all kind of started with her. that's where the more major things came up, because everyone tells white lies. The more major things started to happen with her as I was trying to relate to her life more. My lies about my life weren't benefiting me in any way. In a way, it gave her someone that could relate, and that's why our friendship worked. I had someone just to keep me company. I myself am my biggest barrier. I hold myself back the most. She took that away because she gave me someone to be around. She gave me something to do, and it distracted me. But while I was with her, lies accumulated. It starts with one, and it's like a fucking snowball rolling down a hill. It just gets bigger and bigger, and just more tacks on, and you just gotta keep covering shit up. And rather than saying enough and coming clean when I had the chance to, I kept going. There were so many times when she definitely knew something was up, and I kept up with it. End of my freshman year, my cousin was having a birthday party, and it was her 19th party, and it wasn't anything big. They were just going out to dinner, but my mom is kind of protective in the fact that she doesn't want me going and driving with people that like haven't had their license for long, just like as like a safety thing. They were holding like a knockoff beauty pageant at my school the night that my cousin's birthday was. I told my mom that me and this girl Sabrina were gonna go to it. The following day was my birthday, so I had a plan to sleep out that night so I could go out with my cousin and my mom would think that I was at this pageant thing. My mom knew something was up because I wanted to sleep out the night before my birthday, because my mom wanted me home, obviously for my birthday, so we could go out and do things, but I just like did not want to be, like I wanted to be out partying. My mom found out what the real plan was because she like took my phone and literally searched it, and then things started to surface. In text messages with the guy I liked, text messages with Sabrina, just like so many things were just so easily accessible. I didn't try to hide anything. I was literally just living a double life. Sabrina decided that she wanted to meet with my mom and find out the truth about everything. Every fucking thing came out. Everything. Everything. I didn't trust this girl to tell her the stupid aspects of my life, but I also trusted her with my biggest secret. Makes no sense to this day. Essentially, I lost all my friends. It wasn't healthy. The point of all of this was just to say that in life, everyone makes mistakes. What you do with those mistakes determines who you are as a person. If you make a mistake once, it's a mistake. If you make that same mistake twice, it's a choice. I would never make that mistake again. I don't live with regrets about anything that happened. Knowing the people that I hurt, knowing everything that happened, I don't regret any of it. The reason that I don't have any regrets about it is because it shaped me to be who I am. It shaped me to know that no matter how many times somebody says honesty is the best policy, honesty is the best policy. In life, only thing you have is your name. At the end of the day, the only thing you have is yourself. The only thing you need to worry about making happy is yourself. The only thing you need to be worried about is you. The only thing you need to worry about is how you feel about yourself going to sleep at night. The only thing that you have in life is yourself and your name. And you don't want to fuck your name over with mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. That's not what I'm saying. But you don't want to give yourself a bad name. In school, I don't have a good name. People don't hear my name and think, oh, like that happy-go-lucky kid who like just loves making people happy and laugh and, you know, do what he loves to do. Because that's who I am. That's who I know I am. I know who I am at the end of the day. And yeah, there were times when I wasn't that person, but that's who I am. That's who I prioritize. That's who I want to be. That's who I strive to be. And that's who I am at the end of the day. But when people hear my name, they think that bitch, that gay kid, the one that always has his 2 cents, the one that's in other people's business. And that's all because of mistakes that I've made. You can prove yourself and prove to people that you're not that person. But once you've made those mistakes, depending on the severity, people are going to have this preconceived notion of who you are. And it takes a lot to change that. And sometimes the best way to change it is a fresh start. It's a big part of the reason I'm putting this out there, because people are gonna see this video and they're gonna question my credibility. They're gonna hear me literally say that I was the biggest liar. To me, it's better to hear it firsthand than have it come out from somebody else. I don't know how to say this without seeming like a douchebag. People have an infatuation with what I do. That sounds stupid. That sounds like I'm trying to make myself seem like something that I'm not. I'm popular. I'm not popular. Every move I make, I'm held under a fucking magnifying glass. If a girl comes to school one day and she has a slightly unblended spot of concealer or unblended contour, people are like, oh, like it's unblended, whatever. If I do it, I get fucking targeted. I get told I don't know how to do makeup. I need to stop. I need to delete everything that I do. I need to not do it because I'm a boy. I'm held at a different standard than other people. If I fuck up and do something stupid, 1,000 people post about it on their Finsta. If someone else does it, only the people affected by it post. I do it, everyone jumps on the bandwagon, everyone comments, everyone likes, because I'm the kid that's the common ground that no one likes. And at the end of the day, whether people like me or not isn't going to change how I feel about myself, because I know how I feel about myself. I'm a very confident individual. That's a huge fucking bone to pick that I have with the majority of people I attend school with. They make the same fucking mistakes time and time again, that it's just a choice. They're not learning from their mistakes. They make the same ones. And when I make one, I'm crucified. And I'm not the only one that's held to that standard. There's other people that are as well. There's a large handful of us. It's not fair, but life isn't fair. My main message is all you have is you. Whether you fuck up that name is up to you. So your choices at the end of the day are going to determine the way that people view you. So don't fuck up and don't make the wrong choices. Every human does. But don't consistently make the same ones. Learn from your mistakes. Be the bigger person. Get on your fucking feet and do you. But do you as long as it's being positive. Because if you're fucking up other people's lives in the process of being you, you will end up nowhere. So sorry that this was kind of a serious sit down and story time, but also life lesson video with me who's 16 years old and doesn't really have a handle on life yet, but I have a good idea about what it means to be a good person, and lying to people that you love the most, that love you the most, is not it. Until next time, don't do drugs. Fuck. I also have a black ass pumpkin because I'm festive. I forgot to put this in because I'm a dumbass, but happy Spooktober, bitch. Like and subscribe.